EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Trubisky going to look to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Willis looking to throw it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
What a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
A first look now for Darrington Evans.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple of more times?
Second and goal from the 1.
Henry again.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Titans, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
41's the mic, 41's the mic. Check 41.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Back to the air. Trubisky after the pick six. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Third and 2, Willis. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
On first down, Willis.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Ready, set. He's coming. Check in. Here we go. Back to 11. Back to 11. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Second down, here's Willis.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Third down, it's Willis.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After 17-7 to score on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Red, up. Mike 41.
Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
It won't be easy here after that sack. Now you got Trubisky and the Steelers facing a 3rd and long.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. Now it's Trubisky. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Second and 4. Willis. On the screen, this is Evans. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside handoff, Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 2nd and 9, Willis.
That is caught. And he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Now receiver in motion left.
And they'll run again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Henry is in. Touchdown, Tennessee. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To throw on 2nd and 6.
Willis.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here. A check down here for Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, here's Willis. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He finds Austin complete.
He's up to the 20.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to add on to their first-half lead. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky being chased out left. And this is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 55, eat.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. It won't be easy here after that sack. Now you got Trubisky and the Steelers facing a 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Here we go. 31's the mic. Lock in, lock in. Watch the twist, watch the twist. 31's the mic. Here we go, G. Here I come.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come on. Hey, 70,
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Willis back to the air on second down.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, here's Henry.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 50 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What would look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Willis from the gun on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
41's the mark. 41's the mark. Check, 41. I know he ain't got ran, 41, Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mike, 41. You got to wedge that.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st down, Trubisky. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Trubisky. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. Trubisky will throw. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the 31, Trubisky. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Lawrence Cager, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing on 2nd down. Willis. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
Running left, it's Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Willis.
They set up the screen for Henry. Shifts by him. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Now this time, Willis throwing it.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Willis on 3rd and goal.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now Trubisky on first down. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Trubisky. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Again, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here. Go. 41's coming, 41's a Mike. Mike 41, bring it.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky flushed. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check 41.
Now Trubisky to throw. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They run for it with Breida. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Henry running right. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. 41's coming. 41. Lock in. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Trubisky. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They're going to run it with Harris, and he's going to get into the end zone for 2, and they're back within 2 scores, down 15 now. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Henry up the middle. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Titans, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.